Hello everyone, welcome to another installation of National Education Cycle. Today we're going to talk mainly about SOPs, and we're going to emphasize on the first step of the customer flow, which is pre-attraction and attraction. We need to understand the meaning of SOPs, understand the right process for EPs, and how to frame the synergy. So, standard operating procedure is a set of steps to follow in order to facilitate a complex process or action. SOPs aim to achieve efficiency, simplicity, and to unify the process and reduce miscommunication, and enforce synergy use. Following an SOPs ensures details and clear vision of the action needed to achieve any given goal. So generally SOPs, they are a set of actions in order to take to facilitate a process that is somehow very complex, but in the context of ISEC, it's just steps that we need to take in order for the customers to have a good journey. So let's talk about pre-attraction. So when talking about NPS, which is the Needs Promoter Score, a subject that people use in order to rate the experiences that they have, we need to analyze the youth NPS data from the platform, which is ISEC, which is experience.isec.org, to identify the current state of the customer loyalty and attraction. Create an action plan to increase customer loyalty and NPS. And by here, we're talking about maybe a fidelity plan or like a strategy in order for us to bring more people to trust the brand and that can be brand advocates. Establish a routine to analyze and track NPS goals. Define clear actions and steps to increase NPS and response rate. So when it comes to product funnel, we need to analyze the current situation of product funnel and its bottlenecks. That means that data that is from previous is relevant in terms of understanding, analyzing the problems that we have and facing them before they are created, and in this time. Create an action plan to solve the product funnel bottlenecks, and here we are acting upon the analysis that we had. Establish a routine to analyze and track product funnel goals. So when it comes to exchange standards, we need to analyze the current state and deliver through the product. That means that analyzing the data from previous years, create an action plan to solve the exchange standards bottlenecks. And here, if we find problems in terms of the data that we had, in terms of things that we can maybe oversee or like things that we can overcorrect in order for us to have a more fluent experiences that are delivered in terms of ISEC standards. And finally, we need to establish a routine to analyze and track exchange standards goal. For supply and demand analysis, we need to analyze the LC's historical data with all the corporation with respect to focus sub-products, products funnels, and conversion rates between entities. Process time as well, NPS, and exchange standards delivery. This will help us in terms of creating partners that this can help us in terms of like alignment with timeline, in terms of a lot of things. And to know more about this, you need to check the other episode of National Education Cycle about supply and demand and international relations. And finally, downscale MC entity partners to LCs by establishing LC to LC corporation with entity partners based on MC recommendation, and defining focus sub-products and the timeline with my LC partners, so that we can align everything. We can align the sub-products, we can align the supply and demand, we can align the timeline, so that we can work together very fluently. Define IR goal. By defining IR goal, we're talking about defining with the partners in terms of applicants, accepted, approvals, realization, completed, conversion rates, and finally process time and working routine. Products management, and this mainly talking about education, we need to embed a national education cycle in the local education cycle. Mainly why? Because we need to acquire the knowledge that we need to have people who are performing in a good way and respecting the processes and the customer flow. And finally, creating a system to track that all members are completed the education cycle, and that will help us in terms of understanding the level of education of the network and level of knowledge that we have, so that we can drive strategies that everybody's going to be understanding, everybody's going to be supporting us in terms of creating them. And finally, when it comes to attraction, we're talking about synergy with marketing by creating the products pitch for our LCs with the LCVP marketing based on the sub-products focus that we already set and based on the IR partners and the customer persona. Establishing goal for products funnel conversions with LCVP marketing. Establishing a clear timeline, division of responsibility, and the synergy routine together with marketing. Working routine with marketing team to execute an offline attraction strategy and follow up with leads. and create a tracking system to ensure all the signups are coming from isec.org and are being contacted by the marketing members, and track the conversions and the GD alignment between. So if we have all of this in terms of the preparation that we do, in terms of the understanding, in terms of the education of the network, in terms of the synergies, I don't think we're going to have any problem into driving a performance. Integration strategies is going to be understood by the whole membership, and the membership can contribute into fulfilling and achieving them. Finally, excellence is a continuous process and never a coincidence. That means that we need to keep on doing this. We need to have a routine that is clear, that is consent for everybody, in order for us to have that fluent synergy, in order for us to have that fluent coherence that's going to help us in terms of creating strategies and implementing them and achieving our goals. So this has been it in terms of the episode of SOPs, mainly talking about attraction and pre-attraction. See you soon with a new episode and a new subject.